Special show today. We're in Jax's living room instead of her primary bedroom because producer Liz is here. We're going to talk horror movies that are really actually kind of amazing because they're directed by really young people. And also AI's dating for you. Are you in or are you out? You guys ready?
Party on.
Jax has got her Dartmouth College hat on. I know it says. I know it's supposed to be Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, but I think that's Dartmouth University.
I made it at Lids at the Halifax
Did you make it?
Center.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't. And the guy was so nice, Michael.
Lids at the Halifax Shopping Center? Is that where you went?
Yeah, in the basement.
They're so nice.
They're so nice. By the dollar store that used to be.
So two things. Number one, you just heard a female's voice you might not recognize. That's producer Liz.
Hey!
Everybody love producer Liz. Entertainment extraordinaire.
The Queen of Nova Scotia.
Absolutely. And Jax is losing her voice as we go here. But I think you sound raspy and I was saying before the show, I think you sound like Demi Moore. You know, just raspy and ooh.
I sound weak.
Yeah, you think you sound weak?
I sound weak, and good thing that we have the strength.
That's right.
Well, we'll see how much strength is happening in this voice by the end of the show.
Well, because you guys were both out this weekend.
Jax and I finally got to hang, and we had the best time ever the past
you guys
few days.
were at, like cool parties and stuff? Like what
Okay,
cool
Liz-
single and young people without kids do?
Liz has been working. When did you get here?
I got here last Monday. We're recording on Monday, a week later.
So just to give you a calendar of where I saw you at, Tracy and Martina, they released a film for Inside Out.
Mm-hmm.
There was a screening of
Who are
that.
Tracy and Martina?
Tracy and Martina. I was going to give you some context.
Sorry, give me the context.
Two honeys. Imagine Trailer Park Boys, but even better and girlies. Okay. The Pride of Cape Breton.
Of course.
Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. You can look up Tracy and Martina on YouTube. They just put out a film, Tracy and Martina Go West. You're on the carpet for that. Then there was the Hollywood Reporter event. I was on a panel. Liz was everywhere.
Jax was incredible on this panel,
Was
though.
she?
Don't let Jax push this on me because Jax ate up that room. Had everyone laughing.
Tell me about the panel. What's the panel on? Jax, what were you the expert on? Or were you hosting?
I was an expert
In what?
in video podcasting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steph's over there like,
Steph's like, where was my invite to be on the panel?
Why wasn't I on this panel?
Steph who does all the video editing.
I said,
Jax knows how. It's fine.
I was like, when we started, I edited all the video, and then a real pro came in and has done it ever since.
No, you guys are both very good editors.
so bad. I like this.
I like this. I will say the panel was really interesting because it was a lot of people that are either still in radio and podcasting or people that have moved from radio to podcasting. So it was really interesting to hear everyone on two sides of, the traditional industry and this like new industry that's being built. And like, I mean, I'm in the podcasting space and even I was like, oh, this is like really neat to hear how people are kind of doing both worlds.
Can I tell you something? Maybe I'm a curmudgeon, but I hate a panel. I can't stand a panel.
Is it because you don't get invited to any?
No, I get invited. I
think it's because you don't get invited, Daddy Adam. I think
maybe.
you're getting annoyed. He wasn't at the Women in Entertainment video.
Adam.
Listen, I'm
Adam.
surprised I didn't get an invite to that one of all.
Adam, tell us how much
Women in Hollywood.
Tell us how much you hate panels after.
You know what it is?
Women. Oh, it's by the way, it's Pride too. Do you hate? Do you hate gays?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This is the first day of Gay Palooza, and I hate it. No.
Gay
Pride.
I'll tell you
Happy
that.
Pride.
I'll tell you that. I think sometimes when I'm on or when I see panels and stuff like that, I'm sitting next to people and I'm like, do you know that you're here to educate people, not blow your own ego up in front of an audience?
Yeah.
So that's where it usually gets away from me. Is it's like there's some people that are there to actually inform you, and then there's other people who are like, here's my TEDx about how great I am.
I will say, I think the women were great.
So this was a good panel.
I will say that the event was amazing. It was also like really well run and everything went on time. And I realized it's because men weren't running it.
That is so key. I think it ran actually a little bit ahead at one point because I was recording a podcast with someone inside the event.
That's right, yeah.
And we were trying to time it around a couple different things happening and the red carpet starting. And we wrapped the podcast and I went downstairs and everything was set for the carpet. And I felt like we weren't actually the last, like it wasn't rushed. I was like, oh my, everyone is here and set long before the talent's walking.
The worst.
And they're all ready and they've already mic checked. And it's like 5 minutes before we're even supposed to be here.
Right.
Well, Women in entertainment, everybody. They ate it up.
They also didn't serve dinner. They had it already there.
Wow.
When you sat down, there was a humongous full plate of charcuterie. There was dessert. There was a salad. There was like protein because they didn't want to interrupt the women being honored by coming in with table service.
Okay, well, I like this then. Okay, this sounds like a good one. I do want to
amazing.
say too that there was a panel that still makes me laugh, and Jack still talks about it sometimes, Liz, when in radio.
Oh,
Back in the day, there was a panel of how to reach. There used to be, it used to be called. It's now called Radio Days, but it used to be called Canadian Music Week, and it was how to reach
No,
female
the
audiences.
panel was what women want. Literally.
and
Okay.
It
here's
was
the fun part:
all men. Like it was actually
the
like
entire panel was men.
nobody
Yeah,
nobody
men in
flagged it.
programming.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah,
What year was this?
2017.
Yeah, not long ago.
I was really hoping you were going to say like
No.
2003.
Yeah, well, we were not. I was in high school back
That's
then.
why
I'm
I
not
was
that
hoping
old.
that's what you were. 2017.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was, yes. Yeah. Men getting,
What did they say the women wanted?
I don't know. I didn't
You know
go.
what?
Good.
I didn't go. Men getting blackout in the Sheridan basement, not interested. Let's go. Sorry. Like with all due respect. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I want to talk to you guys. Liz, I'm so glad you're here because this is the last couple of weekends have been groundbreaking for people who do stuff that's similar to what we do. Now, these people are YouTubers, but not in the way that we would be. We're more like we watch entertainment, we consume entertainment. These are people that like create it. And the first movie is Obsession. The second movie is Backrooms. Have you guys heard the story about the directors for both of these movies? Because they both come from YouTube.
Tell us.
Have you seen this? Because I know that you're not going to see either of these movies, and you don't need
And
to.
why is that?
Because you're afraid of scary movies. You will not watch these movies. I know you won't.
I just,
I think it's okay to know that some things aren't for us.
Absolutely.
And I can't handle horror movies.
What's the scariest movie you've ever seen?
You know what? I like watching horror movies from like the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Because I like the film and like I can see it more as like camp than like if I watch something made in our year of 2026 and
Right.
it feels like my life and I'm gonna get eaten by the shadows of my house.
Okay, fair enough.
So I like
Eaten by
a
the
Scream. I
shadows of
like
my house.
you get it. You
by the
get
shadows.
it. Nova Scotia houses, everybody. There's some shadows.
There's some stories.
Whew,
Yeah.
We've seen
Rats.
some things.
Absolutely. Yes, there is.
there's rats, sea level.
It's true. That's a podcast for another time. We can
Yeah.
do a whole podcast on rats.
No, I won't be seeing them, but I would love to hear the lore.
So here's the deal. What's so cool about these movies is that first off, they are like now they're very Gen Z coded, right? They're very much like they're two of the, I think, pinnacle horror movies already of their generation, and they came out in consecutive weeks. First one is Obsession. Okay, so here's the plot. Tell me if you love this. Guy who is too shy to ask his best friend if she likes him too goes to one of those like airy fairy crystal shops, which Jax loves so much, and buys
airy fairy crystal shops.
And then he buys a wishbone and uses it on her to make her love him more than anyone else in the world. And then she becomes
cursed. It's cursed.
possessed by an entity.
It is cursed.
And
Dark
then
magic.
And then the horror ensues.
I'm caught up on the fact that you said wishbone. Do
They
you
said it's a
mean
wishbone.
like at Thanksgiving when
Like
you
it-
leave a wishbone out to dry on
Yeah.
the kitchen counter and then you and your sibling pull it and get in a fight?
Basically that.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I want to see this movie.
So here's the thing. It was directed by a guy named Curry Baker, who is from Alabama. He is 26 years old, 26, got into filmmaking in high school, dropped out of film school, built a massive audience on YouTube, and was 11 years old when he saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So that's the thing that really kind of got him really excited about horror. But in his senior year, he taught himself a whole bunch of things and straight up like left film school and he did this movie for $750,000.
Wow.
And it is made. This is the crazy part. This movie has made $148 million worldwide.
Holy.
That's like Canada budgets, 750 grand.
You won't be
Yes.
getting a dime from me.
No,
That's- This is witch slander. This is crystal slander. And if my voice was stronger, I'd be standing on it more. And I would like to look at you more, but Stephanie told me not to look.
I know.
So all over the
Stephanie's
place.
really mean and
Because
told
of-
Jackson and I not to look at each other
Yeah.
when all we want to do is hold hands this whole podcast.
If you're only listening to the audio, we moved the studio to my living room rather than my upstairs, and it's a different angles, and so we're not allowed to look at.
Jackson and I can only look at each other out of the periphery of.
I'm gonna pretend that Steph is you, so that will help. Is that better for the camera angle?
That's great.
But yeah, no, I don't want to see scary things. That
so you're not interested in seeing this because here's what it does.
my culture is not a costume.
Well, there's a lot of stuff around feminism and women not being in control of their bodies in this film. That
Yeah.
was a huge thing. And it's also launched a star who I'm sure you've seen everywhere, Indy Navarrete.
Yes.
Who is like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, it's one of those things that it's a horror movie, but it also has hit like the cultural zeitgeist. Pretty cool, I think.
It's like the Blair Witch Project.
It's a little like the Blair Witch Project. I don't know if that's quite the same.
Well, I just mean,
have you seen that?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
I just mean that like it really made an impact.
Yeah. But also, not to get on a soapbox
Get
about
after
all
it.
of this,
Well, get on the
but
soapbox.
Tell them.
like I think there's a more seismic cultural shift that's happening right now than anyone is willing to actually call out, because it means that the big studios aren't going to make the money that they want to make.
So what is it?
So you're talking about a film that
Mhm.
was someone who is so creative driven
Mhm.
from YouTube
Yep.
with a considerable for the entertainment, if you put it in the context, small budget of $750,000 compared to the big box office
Yeah.
films. Look at the Canadian Screen Awards last night.
Mhm.
You're talking about two shows, not filmed in Toronto, smaller budgets. I mean, North of North had some Netflix help, but they were filming in Iqaluit in crazy conditions.
Yeah.
In every corner of our industry right now, the things that are leading what we're all talking about are these things that have smaller budgets, younger creatives with different visions than what these huge towering boardrooms of people in suits are saying we want. And then we're all going to see Obsession and Backrooms and all of these shows and all these things. No. We want to see what like the people that are in it for the love of the game are making
Yeah.
and we're rallying around it.
Yeah.
It's
And
cool as hell.
Yeah.
These people have been saying like make this type of content accessible for years, and then the folks in the boardrooms be like, no, I don't think that's a thing. Like this, whatever platform, Instagram, but like they kind of brush it off, and now it's really showing because now it's money, right?
Mhm.
And I hope the overlords don't. I can't look at you. I hope the overlords don't steal this.
Well,
part too.
they will a little bit. I
She's
mean,
absolutely right. Stand on it. Yell it.
But then when it comes to Backrooms, not to jump ahead in our
get on the
conversation,
Backrooms. It's amazing.
but Elevation Pictures here in Canada has been doing some incredible marketing for that film, where like even outside of the Canadian Screen Awards, there was like the Backrooms blue taped. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know what it is, but we all knew it was Backrooms. We're like, oh, the marketing's everywhere in the city, and everyone went to go see the film, and everyone was talking about it online. It's like, oh, this is like really cool that like our country's really rallying around these like younger creatives.
Absolutely. Well, so Backrooms was done by Caden Parsons. He's also known online as Kane Pixels. Created a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
has like 1 million.
Yeah,
Or 5 million subscribers, something like that. 20 years old.
Yeah.
20.
And the film was greenlit when he was 17. And he got A24 behind it. So he had a $10 million budget for Backrooms. But what was so interesting about him is, and why this guy is so fascinating to me, is when he was a young teenager, he developed undiagnosed leg pain, and nobody could figure out what it was. And what they found out was it was juvenile arthritis. And so during long periods where he was barely able to walk or leave his room, he was fully immersed in digital content, building out, learning how to use cameras, all those sorts of things. And so he's credited video games that he played to create this world,
So
this
cool.
Backrooms world. And what's so crazy about all that too is the storyline is inspired by a 4chan post from 4 years ago.
I'm just saying that when your parents tell you, get off your screens, don't
Yeah.
necessarily listen to them, because
not
now
listen
you're
to
going to be
them.
making a lot of money. But it's like, I mean, like Issa Rae, like she's obviously a bit more successful and like has been in Hollywood already, but content and the way we are consuming it is changing it, and younger voices and like the way in which, I don't know, the big guys aren't having as much say, like screen time, right? Is that
Yeah.
what like had like 20 million views in a day. Like these are these small, digestible pieces of content that you're watching on like Adam loves the dramas, by the way. The TikTok
I do love the TikTok
he loves
dramas.
the TikTok dramas, but
I
like
do.
they're shifting, and you're seeing new creators making like and types of content to watch. And I don't know. I don't think we're going to be seeing movies the same way or shows the same way at all in the next 5 years. I think it's going to be completely different and new voices on it.
You know what I think about a lot? If you look at like the
Yeah, don't look at
origins
me.
of like Paramount Studios in
Mhm.
LA,
Yeah.
right? If you ever watch it, like there's tons of shows that go back to like that moment in Hollywood. And it used to be people would stand outside with paper resumes and wave them in the air
Mhm.
until an executive came and picked them up and would walk back in. Like that is how people used to make and be cast in things. And then you'd be part of a studio star system where it would be like, okay.
And you're exclusive to that
you're
studio.
Exclusive to that studio. And we're going to make Adam a star. And Adam's going to be in all these things. And we're going to like build a career like that. And now you don't need to stand in front of a studio and wave a paper in the air to get a gig.
Yeah. No.
Like you're going on YouTube and making what you think is interesting and finding a 4chan post and building something based off of that. And then getting a $10 million budget from A24 for it.
Yeah.
Like we have never seen this in pop culture in this industry ever.
It's different. Like there's different streams of Veronica, SNL. Like we're seeing different types of folks in different spaces and the bigger spaces, and they're taking up space in a beautiful way. And again, I hope the overlords don't take it from us.
Backrooms made $118 million this
Good.
weekend. That's
Incredible.
18 times its cost. What was the other one? Obsessions has made it 200 times its budget. 200 times.
If you were 22 and you just made that much money.
All I could honestly, what I hope is that those actors built in some sort of clause where they get a piece of a little bit of it, right? Because that's how Robert Downey Jr.'s made his money, right? Through the Marvel universe, he gets a piece of every film. I hope those actors got that. I hope they did because they deserve.
We'll find out when they start showing up in Louis Vuitton head to toe to go to the Costco on a Sunday. We'll find out.
We'll find out. It's true. Now, Jax, you brought up Issa Rae, because she is in something that I also wanted to. I'm so glad you're here, Liz, because all of us get to.
Can I just say I'm so glad I'm here. Thanks for having me, you guys.
You can come to my house and be my voice anytime.
So we've talked about a little bit about, especially in China, how big those micro dramas are.
Yeah.
Right. They're a minute long, and some of them are, 148 episodes long, and so you get a full movie out of it, but it's just a minute at a time.
Yeah.
Her company has invested significantly in just vertical dramas.
Yes.
So you guys remember Quibi before, where they tried to spend $1 billion and everybody's like, I don't like this.
Is that the Canadian? No, which one?
No, that was an American one
there was a Canadian one that wasn't there.
Yeah, the Bell Media spent some money on it, and it just didn't go anywhere.
So
it was dead in about 4 months. TikTok ran the show. It was TikTok.
Yeah,
when
that was a bad time to launch that. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got. I just want to know what you guys think about. Like, because you're on the train, you're on the plane a lot, Liz, Jax, you're on the plane a lot back to Nova Scotia, and you will be, and we got to talk about that. How do you guys feel? And Steph, I want you to weigh in on this too. How do you guys feel about watching dramas that are made specifically for vertical? So instead of turning your phone to the side to watch the movie in widescreen, you're flipping it up.
Can I just add one thing to this question
Give it to me.
I just want to add to the context of this. I had this conversation many times over the course of the Canadian Screen Awards. This is a hot topic in Toronto right now.
This is a big thing, yeah.
People are really asking this question.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's even a definitive stance or feeling right now in the industry. So yes, I also want to know how we feel about this.
Yeah, how do you feel?
I know a lot of people. I feel excited about it. I just want to see like new content and new, angles of content always.
Because they have to shoot it differently.
They have to, they have to shoot it differently. There's a completely different, it's a tight turnaround from what I'm hearing. Different types of budgets. They kind of expect the same quality as a feature film mostly.
Which is intense.
But I'm hearing kind of both sides of the coin. And I'm sure you did this weekend, but like some folks are frustrated because a lot of, I think that there's an expectation that you'll get the same quality of a movie for that. Like, I think production houses are trying to get the biggest bang for their buck with it's a hot thing to make right now. So I think that they're hiring people to make these for TikTok and then not necessarily investing as much in them. I think if the investment is there, absolutely do it. But I think if you're trying to get filmmakers to make a film
like that
for not the same price, you're not going to get a full film.
Could you get a sitcom? Do you think you could do a sitcom?
Absolutely. The screen time. I think it's in the episodic world right now. I think that people are like going for like the dramas. I think that the expectations for budgets from the production house or from the big guys are too big.
Too much.
Yeah.
I think we had the same conversation about YouTube.
Okay.
I think when YouTube was hitting the scene and people were trying to figure out what is this online world and what are we going to do with it, we had the exact same conversation of can you make something for a personal screen that's not something that is a broadcast from Toronto.
Yeah.
And I think it was the same. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know what kind of budgets we put into building things for YouTube. But now look at where we are since YouTube launched and those first shows were made to now people are spending budgets like movie budgets to make and fund YouTube shows. So I look at this moment and I'm like, this is going to be really interesting to look back on in 20 years if vertical is going to become Because the phones aren't going anywhere. Like us scrolling vertically is not going anywhere in our culture and how we consume.
I think that they will be the next big thing. And I think that, people consume all media on their phone now. And like, it's all right here. And traditional, I mean, we've been having this conversation for years, guys. That's why we built this. Like traditional media has been changing for years. And the way that we started.
We're shot for vertical.
Right. And we started.
I shot for vertical.
Which camera? That camera. We started a morning show a year before the pandemic started. So people weren't listening to morning radio in the morning anymore. So you have to be adaptable. And I think like the proof, it's been there. People are on the phones. So make it for their phones. But with the right budgets, invest in the art.
You gotta invest.
That's all I have to say because now the big guys are on it.
What do you think?
I think that like both are going to be able to live simultaneously.
No question. Yeah, it's not going to take over.
No. And like the film student in me still loves watching things in like a landscape mode and like a full production kind of thing. But obviously with this day and age and what I've done in my career digitally, like vertical is also the way to go. And like, that is what I do. So I can see it living in both worlds. And again, like what you said, we were talking about YouTube and like, it's just, I think it will find its place. I think it's just starting and it's only like scratched the surface. It's like not even there yet.
Exactly.
But I think it's coming and I think it'll just like go hand in hand with everything else.
You know, one of the places that I think in pop culture, because I think sports does a really great job of adopting new technology.
Yes.
One of the things in pop culture that does a great job.
They jump on it early.
Yeah, because there's so much money to be made in sports. So Saturday Night Live, they do a phenomenal job. So Saturday Night Live is one of the first shows that is going to be shot fully in vertical. The NBC has put money into this. So now they're going to be shooting it two ways at all times, which is kind of crazy. So if you're on the bus and SNL is live, you'll be watching it in vertical if you want to, which I think is cool.
That's a great
definitely
example.
got a bunch of like younger folks
Oh,
there in the past few
year.
years. Like, no, I just mean like in the back end, they're influence to go in the right direction. I'm very impressed with that because for quite a while they wouldn't move from what I've heard. Like,
it was really needing some
fresh blood. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think SNL is the perfect example of how institutions need to meet the moment. I think sports is the other right example here.
Yeah.
And like when we were at the Amazon Prime does a big event in Toronto this time every year where they announce kind of the next slate of shows and things that they're doing.
I was at the one last year. It was good.
Yes, we were at the one last year. And you might remember last year there was a big conversation about how sport and story need to live side by side and how the future of sports marketing is also vertical.
Right.
And how it's all part of how we're storytelling about these athletes and about it's not just watching the game, it's the whole 360 around the game. And I always thought that was a really interesting point for them to make as someone that, Prime Video is a streamer that's not vertical.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're trying to be shows that you tune into on your TV, on your laptop, whatever. But they're also looking at this moment and going, right, we know that it's more than just watching a game live and then watching the next thing. There's a whole ecosystem around it. So I think it's all part of the same conversation. Hey?
It is. But it's a whole different way of viewing, which I think is kind of neat. Because, if you're listening to this and you're going, why does this apply to me? Well, imagine you are the person that they're trying to target. You are the person that they want to grab hold of. And what they're looking at are the results that already exist. Can I give you guys a mind-blowing stat?
Please.
Mind-blowing stat. Netflix. How much money did Netflix make last year in revenue? Just total revenue.
Oh God, don't make me sad.
Oh, I don't think
I just mean about the raise their subscription. $4 billion.
And by the way, their revenue increased year over year 15.85% to the previous year. So Netflix,
it's that $2 increase.
Yeah,
I knew it.
And you know what it is? It's the ad free. It's the ad tier.
Yeah.
That's where they made a lot of money.
We all said, we're out of here. Nobody left.
Yeah,
nobody left. We all just joined.
Your thoughts? What do you think? Give me a number.
I think higher than $4 billion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll do like a Price is Right style $1 over. I'm going to say $5 billion. $5 billion. Let's do it.
All right, Steph, what do you give me a number?
Oh my God. I have
Stephanie
no idea. No, I didn't. I didn't look it up.
At her perch. She did.
7. What did you say?
I said $5 billion.
7 billion.
You ready? 45.18 billion. That's what Netflix made. Now hang on.
Crazy.
Because you know what made more than that? Reels.
No.
Reels made 50 billion. Reels on Instagram made $50 billion.
What do you mean made? Like
that was the revenue from Reels that Meta made. Isn't that crazy?
And so is that Reels? And that's counting Facebook plays as well, like Facebook money.
Yeah, I think
revenue.
it is. But Reels, wherever Reels exists, so Facebook and Instagram, but I think mostly on Instagram.
You know, Liz, it's all from you. It's all from the content that you're making. All the view.
You know, it's funny. We have the same person producing and helping us.
That's right.
Stuff.
But you see, the Reels thing that made more money than Netflix, and that's all vertical viewing.
And then
people are clearly here for it.
Can I give a hot take?
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Can I give a hot take?
Love a hot take.
All right. I hear something like that, and then I go, why don't people take us seriously? Because when you're in the space as a podcaster, on all angles, sometimes you get the vibe of like, oh, podcasting is its own show. It's its own thing. And they clip for social and it's its own thing. And then you look at the stats of what people are consuming and watching, and you hear that Reels is outperforming Netflix. And people that are like us that are building our own digital businesses are creating our own verticals and our own content for that platform. And I go, right. So people are consuming stuff that we're making at a similar velocity in their week to week as these studios that are planning their content completely differently. It's just something to think about.
The thing is too, is that the argument's always been, well, you know, you don't get the same ad money. You don't get the same ad rev as traditional media. It's like they aren't spending the same money. Or we don't know how to sell this yet. Yeah. Then learn.
That's the thing. We don't know how to sell this yet.
We don't know how to sell this yet. And I understand that you don't, but you can get innovative to get those numbers, and those numbers are mind blowing. And it's interesting seeing a lot of the industry play catch up right now, being like, it's all on the phone, you know? And it's like, we're there too. And like, it's interesting to see that. The only thing that I will say about the stat that you just gave, because like, obviously Facebook's making a bunch of money. Netflix is making a bunch of money. Canadian creators aren't really making money like American ones are, though. So like, when is that gonna balance? So we aren't allowed. There's laws around that. But if Facebook, Instagram, Reels is making that much cash, I think it's time to look. Like we're not able to make money in the same way. We're not. Incentivize.
I think it's
make that make sense.
Part of that is scale. Part of that is the fact that Canadian advertising agencies, frankly, and if you're wondering, if you're watching this and you're going, why does this matter to me? Again, you got to remember that your favorite influencer in the States is going to have access to a lot more budget in terms of sponsorship.
People assume I get paid for, like, we don't get paid by the platforms. Like,
no, we don't.
You can't.
There's no
Canada.
platform payment, and then there's a lot of companies that still don't have. They have radio, they have television, they have newspaper, but they don't have a bucket for digital.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, we just buy some meta ads, and it's like, and that's even the government. So this is mind blowing. The Ontario government spends
stat daddy. Okay,
I think it was upwards of. I think it was over 50% of their advertising budget goes to Google and Meta. That's not Canadian radio. Yeah. That's not Canadian television. That's not Canadian newspapers. Definitely not Canadian creators.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you're buying, but maybe it goes into Canadian content, but they're buying it through Google and Meta. And so that money, that tax money that we're spending is going to the States.
Yeah.
And that's a problem that we have. We got to figure that out. I don't know how that works, but maybe lobbying the government, but it's one of those.
I think what we need to do is lobby the government, fight the government.
Fight the government, fight the power.
As my voice is now returning, I want to go to Parliament Hill and fight them about this. I don't know what lobbying means. And when it comes to that, so you better believe, I just want to get paid out of it.
I want to switch conversation for a sec here, talk about AI for a sec. Okay.
I was going to bring up Duolingo, the Duo Bird, and how that's
they wrecked it with AI too, because remember they got rid of all their,
they didn't.
Yeah, they fired all their linguists and said AI.
No, but the bird is
her. The bird's
still
there
hanging around.
But you know the mask. Like,
but they lost all their.
But they lost all the linguists that were informing all of that.
Yeah,
the
large language models.
It was bullying me.
Amen.
I wasn't in the mood.
They replaced a lot of the linguists, the actual people that were hired there to translate and to help people. With AI, and a lot of people canceled their subscriptions. They were pissed about it.
Absolutely, and okay. Do you remember when Sobeys? Do you remember when Sobeys got the automatic, like the scanners? Yeah.
Oh,
it's not going to work out. Mm-hmm. Have you ever gone to a grocery store and thought, I want to go to that machine that's going to call a clerk 4 times?
Mm-hmm. That is so annoying.
When I was working at Sobeys, listen, the talk of the town was those robots are coming in and they're going to take all of our jobs.
I don't think we could under or overstate enough the tension you would feel in like a Sobeys flower section beside the till with people just
by customer
staring.
service, you know.
You would stop your cart and you would just stare at the fact that they were there.
They're in.
It was a parking lot of people trying to like get the robots to leave with a glare.
We don't know how they work, but we don't like them.
Can I tell you what I hate about those kiosks?
Everything.
Well,
they're removing them now, eh? The pendulum.
Well, because they're inefficient.
They're inefficient. And it's like some 16-year-old's gonna be like, what do you need? Like, just like click, you know what I mean? He just puts his badge. It's a waste of everybody's time.
Well, it's also, first off, so there are grocery stores where they are weighted. So if you take the wrong item off or place it in the wrong spot,
so annoying.
It shuts down the whole machine because they're like, well, you're obviously stealing. And then the other thing that drives me crazy is when I'm done, I want to pay. Yeah. When I click pay, why do I have to click through 5 different windows? You want to support this? You want to listen? No offense to your charity, but not right now.
Shoppers.
How many bags did you
use?
How many bags did you use? And are you sure? And were they brown bags? Or were they plastic bags? Or did you talk to someone?
If there's even bags available.
Can I say something?
Don't have any bags.
Can I say something?
Bags.
The more prompts, the more it makes me want to steal. No, I'm like, keep asking, and I'm walking out with a canvas bag.
Have you ever scanned something and it double scans accidentally? So then you void it, you take it off, and then the machine's like, sorry, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And then somebody has to come over and put their card in. Like, what are we doing?
You know, like when you like feel like you're in trouble, but you've done nothing.
Yeah.
Every time.
When I'm out there. When I'm out there, everybody's shoulders up, everyone's pissed and everyone's nervous. And I'm like, and then I'm like, you're like trying to hold this thing because you're like, I don't want to make the robot angry. Like, because it just throw off the weight. But I'm just saying, if you know the codes.
And then the robot yells at you.
Codes.
We haven't even discussed 3 for $1 Lay's chips announced to my whole Sobeys. Jesus, calm down.
Yeah.
They don't need to know how many Tostitos I'm buying.
Also,
I'm having a party. Shut up, machine. I'm good.
Hey, fatty, you enjoy those chips?
Yeah.
Saputo cheese 5 for $10.
Yeah, no name. And you're like, no. I want.
The cheapie over here is buying the no name brand.
Cheapie's having a low night with their chips. Do you know the robot checks you for liquor? I bought wine yesterday. Sorry. Whoa. It checks to see how old you are. And it makes somebody come over. I bought wine.
Well, that makes sense.
I thought you meant it was like a sobriety test.
Yeah.
I was like, there's machines doing like breathalyzer.
Yes. So the robot knows I'm an alcoholic and won't let me buy wine. No. It asked me, it said, how old are you? And I said,
how old are you, asshole?
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, robot.
And you are what? 4 years old? How would you go fuck off?
But then
I lived a lot longer than you.
It called a teenager over, and I felt nervous because it had to check my ID.
The teenager had to check your ID.
They didn't. Well, it said it was going to come over and validate like my age, but then when he came over, he didn't ask. He just went.
Yeah, and that is, you know what? That's the dagger, isn't it? That's the part that hurts the most. What do you mean you don't want to check my ID?
And again, that makes me want to steal.
It's crazy.
But I don't steal. Steal.
Can I also say this? When I'm filling up for gas, I don't need a jingle.
What's with that?
Yeah, you go to like a gas station and it's like, blah, 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 blah,
I need a
blah,
receipt.
Buy a slushie.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And here's the history of our gas company. I don't care. I'm just there to fill it up.
But you can't tell me you don't want a gas station slushie. I don't buy that.
I know, I do, but I'm aware that they're there.
Okay,
right? I know.
That's fair.
You can put it on a sticker on the gas machine.
Right.
But I don't want to be talked to sometimes.
Okay, that's fair.
Sometimes I want to be away from the volume.
Yeah, it's also like cold. And I'm like, I don't know, gas stations can be kind of dicey sometimes too. And it's like singing like a jingle in the back. And I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like it's like at night.
Yes.
Maybe I just shouldn't go at night.
You listen, the gas station fill up at night it's an experience. And then you filling it up, this music's playing, but there might be somebody like hanging around who like starts walking towards you. I hate that.
Yeah,
do you want to know the hottest new nightclub in Halifax?
What?
A Shell gas station on a Thursday night before the gas goes up. 50 cars outside our Shell gas station the other night.
Which one you at?
50.
Which one? Which one do you go to?
I'm not doxing myself, but I don't.
It's a good one.
I used to live there.
I know. They have a new Shell. It's beautiful. It's great. It's got a little NSLC attached to it. So you go in, you park your car.
Nova Scotia loves putting a liquor store on something.
Loves putting a liquor.
Loves putting an NSLC on anything.
Don't drink and drive though, folks.
No.
Drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive, but we're going to put it everywhere.
But if I'm going to have to wait 40 minutes to pump my gas,
I'll
go see my friend inside. I'll get my liquor for the weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go and get a slushie. sit back in my car, window down, new Noah Kahan album playing.
Oh my God.
You don't need to go downtown. If I'm already going to spend $100 in a night, better be filling my tank
Yes.
to get downtown.
Drinking in your car.
No, drinking a slushie in my car. Drinking a slushie in my car.
Yeah.
So I want to quickly, we were going to talk
My
Bumble
voice
here.
is back, isn't it?
2 seconds.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask. Okay, so Whitney Wolf Herd, very powerful, important person in the dating world because she created Bumble and helped create Tinder. And there's a little mini movie on that, which you should see. Is
A mini movie.
It's a movie, but it's not like a high budget movie, right?
Yeah, like the it's not
a documentary.
No, sorry. One on Netflix. No. That came out a little while ago.
It's on Disney, I'm pretty sure.
It's on yes.
It was good. A mini movie. I've just never heard a mini
Well,
movie.
I meant it in the sense that it wasn't like a
bite-sized.
big box office like Marvel.
It's like
thing.
our mini panel the other day
Yeah,
that
our
we
mini
went to
panel.
for
For
women.
women.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So anything
Do
that
you
a
need me to
woman
diminish you some more?
anything that a woman does is
Yeah.
mini.
Yeah.
It's one of the
billionaire,
biggest
but like
dating apps in
barely.
the world.
How do you feel about us being able to look at each other now? Yeah, get him, sis. Get him.
Welcome to the Liz and
Get him.
Jax podcast.
My voice is back, and we're coming for you. Happy Pride.
What do you think about her thinking that obviously people have gotten tired of swipe culture? And she said, we want to create an AI dating concierge where your AI meets somebody else's AI. They will then create a far more deep match for you before you've ever gone on the first date.
Did we not just talk about the cashiers? Like it's like I've already been divorced once. I'm not looking to frig it up again. Let's.
You want to be because
Well-
what it's saying is it will get rid of everybody's trying to get this idea that we want to get rid of the frivolity of how someone looks, which I think is actually pretty important. I think being attracted to your mate is the first step. And then you go into meeting each other and that sort of thing. Some people feel like, well, Bumble was trying to get rid of that. And there's other apps that won't let you see people's faces and all that. Yeah.
I have a hot take.
Give it to me, Liz.
Give it.
We need social interaction classes. We don't need apps. All of this is because people don't know how to have a conversation in public.
Go talk to somebody.
The cashier point to all of this. You don't need an AI to talk to an AI to figure out if you're compatible. You need to be able to go to a bar, even if you're not drinking, and find someone that might look like your type and have 5
People are
words with
dying
them.
for connection. You're
People
right.
are dying for
Yeah.
connection. We don't,
Yeah.
all of this is in replacement of like the real human skills that
Yep.
make people fall in love that we all watch movies and TV shows about.
Yeah.
So how about we
Get it.
start getting outside this summer? I am so locked in my relationship. All I want is to watch my friends go talk to other people outside.
Would you be a good wing woman though? Because I know Jax is a master.
Great wing woman
Are you?
because I'm so locked in. I don't care who I'm talking to. You think that person's
Look at that accent.
Oh,
Jesus
hey,
Christ,
I'm
it's
into
good.
it. Like, listen, you need a wing woman this summer. I'm in. Downtown Halifax, just come find me on the boardwalk on a Saturday and say, listen, who's cute? I'll go introduce you. I'll figure it out.
Take me down the boardwalk. Let's go.
Listen.
Find me a man.
A man.
Yeah.
During Pride? Canceled.
Wow.
Canceled.
Betrayal.
It's true though, and it's like all these apps and all like it's. Remember when meeting somebody on an app was weird and different, and now it's like meeting somebody in real life is weird
and different.
And I think the more that we normalize, it's more like yes, absolutely AI. Like now we're meeting through robots. It's like people feel like this is the norm, so it's what they have to do, and it's making us more like people after the pandemic. Obviously, terrible.
Social distancing was never reversed.
It was never reversed. I call strangers. Like that's how low. Like you know what I mean? And people love that because people are dying for connection. We need to stop normalizing talking to our robots, whether it's at the grocery store or looking for love, and we need to normalize Liz taking us to the boardwalk.
I
But
would
it's true.
love-
I love that take. I love that
But
take.
you know what?
Yeah.
We should do it like a Liz's singles boardwalk
Liz
tour.
Love Guru.
Yeah, that's
There's her
right.
name.
And she just walks on the boardwalk
Listen,
with a bunch of singles.
here's
Let
what
me
we'll
ask
do.
chat what we should call
Instead
it.
of like a running chat, you know, everybody meets each other at these running groups.
Yeah.
Right. They're all those running groups. They're all doing it. Right. Like we all know that.
Here's
right?
what we'll do.
Liz's could just be a walk and you look great.
I'll go to any event you're hosting in Halifax. If
Yeah.
you're hosting an event, I'll be there. And so this is what the Adam and Jax podcast guarantee. If Jax is hosting an event in Halifax and you can buy a ticket for it and you see me at that event and you need help trying to talk to people in that room, that's why I'm there. Come
Well,
find me in that crowd. And if you need Jax to announce you from stage or someone single and ready to mingle, then maybe we make that happen too.
I like that.
First one, ready? It's not a public event though, but you can probably get in if you're with Liz. My 20th high school reunion, Micmac Boat Club.
Oh,
I'm not hosting, but I know I am emceeing, I think.
You're emceeing?
I think so.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm doing a DJ back-to-back
When
set
is- when is
with
this?
Josh Semman, who was my crush in junior
When is this? When is this?
August, the second weekend of August.
Okay, and the other thing is you're going
it's
back
my
to
10 year.
you're going back to Nova Scotia this weekend.
To go party with Liz.
This is actually just a heist. This whole podcast is a heist
You're
because
just taking
I'm
her.
taking Jax.
You're actually off the show. It's the Liz and Jack show now.
Fair enough. Listen,
Yeah.
I knew it was coming. But
No.
what's there's something really cool happening for you this weekend, and I know we've been making a bunch of jokes, but
I have trouble talking about myself, so
I know.
I'm
So
gonna
can we spotlight that, please? Because I think we all are very proud of you, and we're very excited for you. Can you tell us what's happening at NSCC, also known as Nova Scotia Community College?
I have no dark jokes to get out of this. Yeah, I think I can announce it. They are giving me an honorary diploma. Yeah.
For what?
For business. It's do you want me to get you the full title?
Yeah.
And it's the highest honor the college can give you.
That's very, very cool.
Hang on, let me go on LinkedIn. I started using it a couple of weeks ago.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to 2026.
Check me out over here. I liked somebody's post the other day by accident. Okay.
There you go.
Honorary diploma recipients, leadership in business and community. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's me and these guys. It's a lot of
incredible.
it's a lot of men.
It's a lot of men.
So I went to Nova Scotia Community College. I graduated in 2010 and I was in radio and television. I didn't go to my own graduation because I was already working, I think for under minimum wage in British Columbia. But my mom and my dad went, and my dad was still living at the time, and they went on my behalf. And yeah, I didn't get to go. And now I get to go with my mom. It's going to be
How
really
beautiful
nice.
is that?
And my aunt Linda and Terry coming in from Sackville.
Get them to bring the Sobeys bags for me, Jax. Get them.
Okay, so listen to this, and thank you very much. I'm really excited. It's
Jax.
like
We're very proud
Nova
of you.
Scotia, like NSCC changed my life, and like I love them to death. So like for them to do this, but on another side note, did you wear plastic bags over your shoes as a kid, like in the winter?
No.
What?
So Nova Scotia snow boots. That's what those are. Yeah.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
No,
What?
why?
Yeah. So Sobeys bags, I love them for that. It's a Nova Scotia purse. Like Sobeys bags are used for everything. Liz on Thursday night or Wednesday night at the Tracy Martinez screener, talking to her on the red carpet, she was interviewing everybody. I made the mistake of saying that my aunt still, because you can't get plastic bags in Nova Scotia. I made the mistake of saying that my Aunt Linda still has some. I've been getting messages because
Me too. Every day.
People want them.
people like, and Linda's got a lot, and like I'm nervous about her safety. I'm nervous. No, I'm.
Insure them. Insure them with the house insurance.
I should never have gone out. You got too many fans.
I've ruined
I've
your
got too
life,
many-
and I've ruined Aunt Linda's life, and I'm sorry, Aunt Linda.
Too many eyes. She
Too many
just
eyes.
turned 70. How could you do it?
How could I do that
That
to her?
is unbelievable. So
No, but people
Sobeys
know
bags
it
are
is
popular?
like it. You can't get plastic bags at all. You can't.
No,
you
I
can't
know
even buy
that, but
them.
like
Yeah.
that's how much of an impact the Sobeys plastic bag
in
had.
Toronto terms.
Uh-huh.
In if we were to translate this to Toronto and wider city for the city folk.
Yeah.
Here. Okay, so think of how like last summer everyone had like a Trader Joe's bag as like a status symbol, right?
That was
Right, we
Sobeys.
saw that. And then also think about the fact that when plastic bags are around, people like use them as a garbage bag in their bathroom, or they use them to like carry stuff to a friend's party. Or the Sobeys plastic bag was all of those
It was all of
things
it.
and more. It was a
It was
lunch
garbage.
bag. It was a Nova Scotia snow boot. It was a garbage bag. It was, if you're going to a potluck, put it in a little Sobeys bag, and then you don't throw out the bag. You just give it to your friend, leave it as a little gift for your friend to keep in their bag of bags.
Very nice of you.
Oh, yeah?
To be giving the bags out. Right?
I can feel them. I can smell them.
I can feel them.
We didn't have Dominion or A&P bags.
If Sobeys,
Loblaws bags.
It was just, and it was the quality.
if
the quality was
Sobeys did
good.
a limited run of plastic bags like for sale, not as like
you
a
could,
single
you could get
use bag.
biodegradable ones too. They could do it in like an
It
environmentally
wouldn't be
friendly
the
way.
same.
Sobeys wouldn't. Sobeys is classy, and Sobeys doesn't want to. If it's not that,
Yeah.
like they
If
don't
it's
want
not
to.
the real thing, it's not the real
Yeah.
thing. is what you're
Linda's
saying.
got some though, and now she's in hiding. So thank
Okay.
you so much.
Well, sorry,
That's
Linda.
that's how good Liz is.
No.
We wrap up the show always with some recommendations. So Jax, we're going to start with you. Liz, we're ending with you, just so you know.
I don't have any. I got really into too many dark things, so I had to start watching Working Moms again.
I love working
Yeah,
moms.
yeah.
So
man.
you're still second week in a row. We're going working moms, huh?
I just
Wow.
go just watch
brilliant.
Working Moms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Stephanie.
Love Island starts tomorrow.
Like,
Ooh, very excited.
Love What Island? Didn't they just put out another? Sorry,
That's what they do.
It was last year. It was last summer.
Yeah.
but Love is Blind, Love is Island,
Yeah,
Love
I'm
is
watching
Love
all
is
of it.
Tropical.
Watch all of
Yes,
them.
I'm watching all of it.
Absolutely.
Love
I'm
is-
with you. Ariana Madix too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Love
Ariana
her.
Madix.
Vanderpump
Woo!
Rules. Come on.
We're gonna get you into it this summer.
Yeah,
We're gonna do
you're
it.
You won't.
Love Island's actually awesome. It's a great show.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go
I'm gonna go
to
watch
Cape
Girls
Breton
again.
Island and I'm going to find my own love. Okay, that's what I'm going to go in real life. I'm going to get off the screens.
All right.
Looking for me. I'm in my Sobeys bags. Okay, let's go.
So mine are going to be the two horror movies if you can, Obsession and Backrooms, just because a 26-year-old directing one and a 19-year-old directing another, I think is really impressive. So we got to get that going. Also, if we're recommending entertainment, I finally got to go to a Toronto Tempo game this weekend,
Oh,
and I
damn
got to
it.
bring my daughter.
I
and
wanted
she
to
turned 7 yesterday.
so good.
So we wanted to, and I saw Jax there.
No, I was going to say before we left, I wanted to say I had a sighting this weekend. Adam, the Temple line to get like merchandise is hell on. Like it is so
I
long.
figured out.
And I saw Adam, and you. How long were you in there? Like
We were in that line for 25 minutes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's.
So it's not bad. It's
I
not
saw
bad.
Adam and Everly just sitting, just being daddy and daughter time. Just I watched you from afar for a while through the crowd, like in a non creepy way. It's just like it made my heart really soft. It's Everly's seventh birthday, right?
7th birthday.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And you're such a good dad.
Oh, thank you.
And you're such a good dad. You got to get better at text.
I
the
do
time-
have to get better at text. Yeah.
but-
You know what? When you become a dad, you become worse at text. If that was even possible for me, because
It was
already
beautiful
bad.
to see it. And happy birthday at Everly. You're a good dad.
She was enjoying it. She was very much enjoying it. It's great for kids because basketball is like something's always sort of happening, and you need that for kids that age. Something's always got to be popping off, and that's
Yeah, they
what's
had
so great.
babies. They had babies racing on the court.
Yeah, they did. They did
What?
a baby race. It was
Love a baby
Yeah.
race.
It was crazy on their bellies.
and the dance crews were good. I'm
The
like,
dance
this is
cruise.
the
I was
first
like,
season.
turn it up. Yeah, girls were wild. Sorry. Okay, what's your recommendation?
Don't be saying sorry.
My,
Yeah.
Don't
I-
do our podcast.
I'm working on it.
I know. Listen, this is a very strange, and also I'm very glad to be here, but I'm also pissed because that means I know the episode for this week, and that's not good for my commute. I have to listen to myself
Oh,
this
sorry.
week, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm coming back. I might have to just call it and enjoy this one. But no, thank you guys for having me this week because I do listen every week in
You
my
actually?
car every week.
She's lying, but
No,
I'll
I
take the
don't.
line.
Did you
drive-
pay her? We don't have any money.
I
No, she
drive
literally
my man to
messages
work.
me.
And when I drive home, I put on, it's a 30-minute drive. And I put on this podcast and I
Wow.
hang out with my friend. I hang out with y'all way more than you think. I know. I tell Steph I'm way more
She does.
tapped into the Adam and Jack's lore than I think they realize because I'm listening and I know. Anyway, so I'm really glad to finally be on the show.
We just
Thank you
always
for
assume
having
nobody's
me.
listening. That's
No,
how
it's,
it is.
it's just me in my car texting Steph about. I mean, this whole when you guys finally got to uncover the songstress stuff, that was a big moment.
Oh, that
for
was
me.
great.
I'm never
Oh.
letting it die.
Still my
never
favorite.
letting it die. Steph.
That's when I should have
Steph live
taken
concert.
editing over again because you.
I didn't clip that at all.
Oh, we know.
Here's my dream. Ready for my dream? My dream is that one day we get to go to Halifax because we do have a big
We can
North
do
American thing, but
We-
Halifax is a particular hotspot for us.
I want to
do a
show.
live show
Yeah.
at the lower deck
Yeah.
because the lower deck was the best, especially the bottom
I've
level.
got a
where all
drinking
the
problem.
bands
I
are.
can't go to the lower deck.
You can't go. Well, no, we'll have it. We'll have alcohol-free options.
We can go to
right?
like beer leads,
go
or
to
we can go to
Charlie's.
like a nice.
But I want
yeah.
Steph to be the one on stage in front of everybody giving
No.
like a little song. Like
That's
we're
not
the opening
happening.
act. Steph is the main event.
Do you know how
What?
much?
No.
Stephanie. Do you know how much fun the lower deck
It's
is?
the best.
And that's why I say
No.
I'm like I can't go there and not get
'Cause-
wild. It's,
The most you'll get out of me maybe is karaoke, and even that I don't
We can
Wow.
make
don't
that happen.
usually do.
We can make
So-
that happen.
We can make that
So
happen.
Liz, your recommendation is
Well, I listened to the Adam and Jack's podcast. I'd love to recommend other podcasts in the Canadian sphere that I
Give it
think
to us,
are
please.
also awesome. So Screen Off Scripted.
Yeah.
If you love film, if you want to hear film interviews, my friend Groovier hosts Screen Off Script, and he's an incredible interviewer. If you like pop culture, pop music, what's going on in Toronto, Pop Take is a really great podcast made by some friends, Michael and Hugo. Michael's formerly of ET Canada, and he's just
Yeah.
brilliant and wonderful. And I just love tuning in and hearing their hot takes about everything. My podcast is Late Night Scrolling. I think I'm a
Oh,
good
it's
time. Every once in a
incredible.
while.
I love your
It's
show.
incredible.
But no, I just think there's so many cool Canadian podcasts right now that it's nice to be in a moment where everyone's doing their own thing. There's different shows you can tune into and hear not like the same story 10,000 times. And you guys deserve your flowers for being the people that are pushing us all forward because what you do is such high quality and it's such a fun listen every single week. And you deserve your flowers for representing us so well in Toronto. And I say this to you behind the camera, and we all know it back home listening to you every week, but we're so damn proud of you. We are so damn proud of you, Jax.
that's great. And you know what, Jax?
We
I
love
can't wait
ya.
for you to be in another panel taking credit for Stephanie's work.
It was true. Thank you so.
Now you know what it's like to be a man.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Like, you're on fire today. I was about to say, I have something. Look how red he is. He's getting out of control.
You're as red as Jack's hat for the audio
I
listeners.
swear
Adam
to
is as red
God,
as Jack's hat.
Adam is getting the longer, like, some days he's saying that I like dicks. And the other days you're on it and I
love
like
you.
it.
You know that. You know, I can only tease people that I love to this level.
You almost look tanned. You're blushing so hard.
Well, I'm a very, I
Wrap
told
it up.
you. Yeah.
Stephanie
All right.
says we have to wrap
All right,
it up.
we gotta go. All
Okay.
right, fine.
I love you so
We
much.
love you,
And you're the
Liz.
hardest
Let's go.
working.
Check it out.
Thank you.
Woo, thanks for having me.